I mean, hello, Barbara. Fuck. Let me start over. Hello, Barbara. It's Shirley.
Did you just hear that song? I'm confused.
Nah, it was just in my mind. It was on my spirit.
Welcome back, y'all, to
Hi.
Articulate.
It's Savage.
And this is Ty, and today we have a special guest with us.
Very
our friend
special.
and friend to the show, Montique. Say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
Talk, Montique. Come on, boys.
Montique has a wonderful voice.
Silly.
He does. But yeah, so how was your week, Montique, so far, and your past weekend? What's been going on?
So far so good. Pretty busy week. I'm ready for the weekend again.
Me too. That's always the case.
I know. You know how people say they live for the weekend. I just live for the weekend. You know.
Same
Preach.
seas. I'm just ready to get drunk again. I got nice and toe up. And
Well,
I danced the night away on Saturday.
Twerking and popping.
You saw my Insta story. Niggas was
I did. No,
wildin'.
niggas was dancing wherever you were. They were getting it.
It was
I
all
don't know,
kinds of
pop locking
locking.
It was
said,
confusing.
Oh my God.
You were at one of those hole in the walls with the grown folks music.
Well, no, it wasn't a hole in the wall. It was like a 3-level. It's called 18th Street Lounge. If any DC listeners are listening, yeah, but it's like 3 levels. It's like one of those big, huge buildings in the city. But
Yeah.
all I know is
Niggas was popping.
the drinks were flowing and everybody was dancing. Everyone.
I'm fine with that.
I
mean, have a
enjoy
good time.
myself because you go. I normally like a nice little trap club. Ain't nobody dancing. Everybody posted up. You might get a couple people twerking on the couch, twerking on a handstand, but people were like legit dancing. But anyway,
Enjoy yourself. What a
basically.
recap say.
But I think this is our last weekend of good weather.
I know it's
So,
already starting to get cold in Atlanta.
I'm gonna
But,
enjoy it.
This past weekend, I went to a couple game nights at friends' houses, and actually on
Yes.
Friday and Saturday. So niggas love to play spades.
You
know.
probably cut your partner.
You know what?
You look like the type.
I really don't. I don't participate that much. I go and talk shit and drink and get drunk and eat because they had grilled at the one on Saturday night. That was good.
They had grilled what?
They grilled ribs,
Yes,
sausages.
God. Yes,
It was good
God.
as fuck. They whipped up some potato salad. Normally, I don't eat other people's potato salad.
I'm jealous.
Other than
Me
my
too.
mama's, but it was good.
That
Look, as
sound
soon as
good
the weather break,
shit.
niggas is trying to grill. Women in they tank tops and booty shorts, like
Yeah,
Niggas don't know how
I'm
to act.
ready. I'm ready. I was just telling my coworker earlier. I said, "You a vegan right now? Wait till them grills come out and you smell that meat sizzling on that grill. Ain't gonna be a vegan no more. You gonna be a whole carnivore, whole
So-
dinosaur out there, bitch, eating."
all right,
I'm
y'all,
ready.
Let's get into the articulate segment. It's still Wakanda Forever.
Ain't
Fuck
it?
everybody else. When I tell you they are already over $700 million in ticket sales after only a couple weeks, the first 2 weeks. I think they got to 400 million in 10 days. So
I contributed with 3 tickets. It's $20 to go to the movie theater these
Okay.
days. 20 a
and
ticket.
I'm going back again, so I'll be adding my extra 20 in the bucket.
Yeah, I'm gonna go again too. I need to see it like in 3D.
It was so good.
Yeah, I saw it in 3D. It was amazing. I wanted to see it in IMAX because, IMAX, it's
Yeah.
another level, but I won't drive into IMAX. So 3D had to do.
Apparently, it's about to open in Japan and a few other countries.
Oh, them
too.
Asians going to go in. But,
So they're gonna go the fuck in.
they
so I
kind
can
of
see it.
racist.
It's gonna easily hit $1 billion.
I loved it. It's the best movie I've seen in a while. And I'm just so glad. I took my mentee to see it because she needs to see, the positive black women kicking the ass, bald headed. I said, don't bald your head like that because your head ain't shaped for that. But,
You have to be honest with the youth
but,
yourself.
however, it's an amazing movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not sure you're black. But
You revoking their cars?
yeah, that shit is,
Listen,
it's
I
mine.
told everybody that I encountered over the weekend if they were black, if you don't see the movie by Sunday, it's revoked.
You're
no
white.
longer part of the team.
You're white.
We're going to trade you off. But anyway, speaking of other shit that's still relevant, Monique is still in the news. She was recently on The Breakfast Club specifically to read the fuck out of Charlamagne. Like, I think that's the only reason why she went on there.
That was her and Daddy. That's what she called her husband, Daddy. Her and Daddy went on there to go off on him about her being donkey of the day.
She referred to him by his government name the whole time, Leonard. The whole time. She ain't called him Charlamagne not once.
And that was the first time I ever heard his government name. Why? Because I've never cared enough to look it up.
Well, I didn't know either, but he's actually from a small town outside of my hometown. So, like, I grew up listening to him on the radio. And
I didn't know that.
One thing I can say about him, he's always been that dude. Like, he has not changed. He's the same. So, but yeah, that when she was on there, that was crazy. Like,
she, I think she specifically went on there though because he gave her Donkey of the Day.
That's it.
When she first came out with her Netflix boycott mess, and she was just trying to get the answers. Like, what are the facts? Why did you call me Donkey of the Day? Would you call your mama Donkey of the Day? Your mama Donkey? She went the fuck off.
My
and
grandmother
was like a school child that just been chastised. He was like, he ain't know what to say.
He didn't. I didn't expect him to bow down like that, but I think the contrary would have been. It wouldn't have been a good look for him to go in on her.
This is true, but I noticed afterwards he was going off on social media, which is kind of like
it's very
I've been in those situations before where you didn't know, you couldn't come up with the response right off top. And you like, if I would have had the chance, I would have said X, Y, Z.
When you go off on people, I ain't never seen you in that situation.
Every now and then a white catches me off guard, and I'm in an inappropriate place, like at work, and I can't say anything. I want
a white catch me out. Please do. Woo, God. I'm one of those I wish a nigga would. I'm a wish a nigga would person.
I should say a clear catches me off guard. But anyway, she during the interview, she compared the producer Will Packer, he did Almost Christmas with her, to Harvey Weinstein. Now that was a little bit much.
It was, and it further digs the hole that she's already digging for herself. It's like, sis, why would you take it to such an extreme? And I think Charlamagne even said it. He's like, how do you compare sexual assault to whatever? I can't even remember what she said about Will Packer, but it's not the same. And it kind of diminishes the power of Me Too movement, in my opinion. I don't want to take it too far, but it just further annoyed me.
Janae.McGee on Instagram said, yes, Mrs. Monique, gather him. Brooklyn Springwater, that's with no vowels, but I won't be spelling that. Brooklyn Springwater said on Instagram, it's like I care about this issue, but not necessarily about her. And that's what I was saying from the jump.
I think that's a word. That literally sums up how I feel about it.
Yeah. She definitely has a point. Yeah.
I didn't see what's the movie Precious was in? Was it called Precious?
Yeah, Precious.
I don't fucking know. I didn't watch it. And I don't watch anything where I get a hint that black people are going to be portrayed in a negative way. I just don't. If it's a help,
I know.
if it's a slave, it's I can't. And I didn't watch This Christmas, but
Almost Christmas.
Yeah, but like, so I'm kind of coming from a biased perspective because I'm like, I really don't go out of my way to support her. I used to watch The Parkers, but I think it was more for
classic TV.
Countess Vaughn than fucking The Professor and Nikki. But, you know, I just don't want her to, she's really tarnishing her legacy, and I don't want her to do that. Like, she's doing it, and what's the end goal, you know?
She has a valid points. I understand everything she's saying. It's just something about her approach or her in general that just I have a hard time taking serious. Because make it make sense, Monique. That's all we saying.
I mean,
but
I think I think her points are valid, but the delivery was not good. You know, you can say that the same thing a different way and it'll come across different. The delivery wasn't good.
She was a little aggressive.
I didn't like the delivery. Yes.
But I will have to say, Chance the Rapper came out in support of her. He tweeted a few things. He said, "I'm with Monique," and he said a couple other things about supporting Black women. And all the comments under when he posted his, tweet were positive, and everybody was in support. Monique, go Monique. But where were those people when Monique came out with her initial video? I don't know. Maybe they just got overshadowed by the negativity or the comedy of it, I should say.
I think she caught all of us off guard with that boycott Netflix. We were like, no. I'm going to tell you right now, I was in the middle of Black Mirror. I was probably on season 2. And I said, guess what I'm not going to do, Monique?
Pause and delete.
I'm going to finish this entire fucking season, and I'm going to move on to the next.
But you're right. All I heard initially was, like, the very first thing I heard was boycott Netflix. I didn't care what the message was.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Immediate no.
But at first I felt like she was being selfish because I'm like, I care about your money, but honestly, I care about my money a little bit more. I want to get on your side, but sis, if you don't like it, go to any of the other networks out there. Like, are you that offended?
Yeah. Just, Monique, my advice, stay relevant and do your own shit.
Get this money. Like,
completely.
Her and Daddy trying to prove a point at this point, and they're losing money. In my opinion, you're affecting your account, and that's when it's a problem.
Speaking of daddies, Safaree gained him a lot of followers over the weekend or this past week.
Me. Safaree, I was just talking about this with my coworker like literally 2 hours ago.
He posted, if you haven't seen it, he posted a dick pic. Or I shouldn't say pic, it was like a short video clip of him.
He didn't post it. It was allegedly leaked.
Allegedly leaked by goddamn Safaree. Somebody's a liar.
As I put up air quotes.
Not only that, but your new single you just played on Breakfast Club yesterday. So, yeah.
Oh, he did come out with a single.
Right.
And everybody, look, I was bopping to that shit after I saw that dick pic. I said, this is a bop. Let me add this to my playlist.
You and a lot of other people. The video that came out, it looked like it would hurt somebody. So a lot of the social media was going to fucking
vaginas stretch, okay? Even though I don't know if it's going in the vagina or a booty hole, it's none of my business. But my point is, it was right. And it looked familiar.
Oh, wait a minute. You've seen one like it before?
Yes. I told my coworker, she was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I said, you must have never fucked with an African in your life because that's common. That's an old African.
From Jamaica?
No, he is from Nigeria with that. He got a Nigerian joint. I was reflecting on the time, but
the number 3, that bitch on Twitter said, Safaree is a lame with a big dick like most of you niggas.
Facts. Except most niggas don't have that.
It seemed like to me all it take was a big dick. They didn't care what was attached to it after they seen it.
At all. I was like, nah, I see why Nikki put up with him. Because that shit look right. It was pretty. It was pretty. I was like, did you put makeup on it? It looked good. It was...
Not only that, but he came out. He was saying he was on a Breakfast Club. And he was on somebody's podcast recently. Somebody else was saying it wasn't even all the way hard, and all.
If it wasn't all the way hard, you can go away from me with that Apollo. I ain't got time.
Go away from me with this.
I don't have time.
That is a weapon.
Ooh, Lord, bless it.
Yo Wade.
Yo got it.
On Instagram said Safaree got the Kardashians calling a family meeting.
I saw like 3 different posts about
next. It. Look, all of them got knocked up or got them a nigga already. So
listen,
I don't know.
Chris ain't got nothing but brown babies, and then Courtney babies all white.
He the next nigga on the list.
Courtney about to sit on it.
Courtney got her somebody, but anyway, the other thing I want to talk about, which is just, it pains me that 45 is in the news every week.
Oh my God, what did she do this week? Damn.
he does something every week that's literally every week. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not talking about his ass no more. But then he does something that's so insane or says something that I'm like, I have to talk about this bullshit. So the latest thing was with the whole high school shooting that happened in Florida at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High. He called the armed deputies out that were on the scene during the shooting for not like running into the building and engaging
No,
with
it
the
was
shooter.
worse than that. That
He called him
nigga
a
went to
disgrace.
another. He went to another building, didn't it? And got in a defensive posture.
The
Armed security, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I just
Well,
know he
go
didn't
ahead.
go in the
Sorry.
building and engage with the shooter. And then, so Trump called him a disgrace, which I completely disagree. Like, has he had the proper training to engage with an active shooter? Like, those security guards aren't trained for that level of combat.
Top
That's
flight
crazy.
security of the world, Craig. No, he was not trained for that.
That's something you literally
Especially
got to train.
at AR-15. Come on.
Right, and people in the military train every day for those scenarios. Like, that's their whole job. This person is not, they ain't being trained like that. But anyway, further than that, Trump said at a press conference, you don't know until you test it, but I really believe I'd run in there, even
No,
if I
you
didn't
wouldn't.
have a weapon. And I think most of the people in the room would have done that too.
No, you wouldn't.
They would not. Because I can tell you right now, if I could have had a gun outside, and I'm still not going in that building. Like, I'm not crazy.
That's none of my business.
What I'm gonna do is call 911 like that. Like that.
In my
officer probably
car
did.
as I'm driving away. I don't have time.
I mean, I don't see Trump running anywhere
He's
besides,
not.
like Taco Bell.
Into
I
a
don't-
McDonald's. That's his
I don't see
favorite,
him running
Montique.
anywhere.
And for all of us, this is not to make light of the situation, but Trump is full of fucking shit like he always has been. He wouldn't go in there. And
He just being pompous. You know how he
He
is. Pompous, wide, orange ass.
I mean, I'm just a little like not torn, but as far as like the gun control, we don't need like semi-automatic weapons anywhere
At
No
except
one.
the military.
all.
exactly.
At all.
I'm all for people having guns and to be able to protect yourself, rifles, but not semi-automatic weapons. I mean,
Right.
For you to go play outside or to lose your mind and kill a whole bunch of people.
Right.
So I saw a video, and I will tweet the link out, but after Trump said he would charge the gunman or whatever, they released a video that was titled, Trump said he would charge the gunman. Here's what he's actually done in the face of danger. That's the name of the video, and I'm going to post the link. But it features him, like, telling the story of how he's so afraid of blood, and he's seen somebody, like, bust their head one time, and he was talking about, yeah, the marble floor was ruined, and, like, he hated blood, and he had to get out of there. This nigga's crazy. And then
My marble
somebody,
floor was
remember during the
ruined.
campaign, somebody tried to run up on stage, and he was shook. You don't remember that? And the security had to get in front of him. He was shook.
Oh, I think he did throw his arm out in front of him or something.
Yeah, and he was shocked like everybody else. Like, and then they showed him doing a photo shoot with a bald eagle on the desk next to him, and that bald eagle like jumped at him a little bit. When I tell you he lost his mind, but you gonna run in with an automatic weapon?
Right.
No,
Listen,
we're not gonna. We don't believe you.
the president of the United States is a punk ass white boy, and he just grandstanding like he normally does. If anybody believes Trump would have ran his white ass into that school and tried to stop anything, a shooter, a fight. If it was two people fighting, he wouldn't have broke it up. I ain't got time for him. Worry about your damn son and your son-in-law and everybody else in the White House who don't have security clearance.
Put the Big Mac down and go worry about this gun control and then call me. He
Please.
said he also came out and said that we should give the teachers guns.
Now, that's a bad idea because my teacher used to go off on us often.
Not only that, but
They gonna bust at your ass.
yeah, I don't see how that could ever be a good idea. Not only that, but you want to pay them this
wanna
little
give them
bit
a
of fucking
bonus.
money, but you want. I don't get it.
But we'll keep your gun clean and polished. I mean, it shouldn't even be an issue. And I think they should have metal detectors just like the joints in South Central and in Compton. All the
Right.
schools should have metal
Because
detectors.
clearly there's a pattern on all these school shootings are happening in the suburban schools. Suburban kids.
'Cause them
not
kids crazy
in
as
the
hell.
urban areas.
Right.
But he said, I never said give teachers guns like was stated on fake news.
Yes, you did.
What I said was to look at the possibility of giving concealed guns to gun adept teachers with military or special training.
That's not what you
Only
said.
the best 20% of teachers, a lot, would now be able to.
That's
First of
not
all,
what you said.
you literally said, I didn't say give guns to teachers. I said give guns to teachers. Like, that's what I heard you say.
That's basically what you said, idiot.
I hate her.
But I mean, my thing is, when I saw it on CNN, he was like, you know, the teachers that we're going to train to get the guns, we're going to give those teachers bonuses. Teachers
So it's an
already
incentive.
underpaid. I mean, you want to give me a bonus to carry a gun? That's just crazy to me.
They're trying to incentivize them to do it because it's such, like, most teachers are going to tell you, I'm not carrying no fucking gun.
A lot of the students, like, I think about somewhere around 100 students were marching last week in Tallahassee about students
went the hell off.
They marched to the Florida State Capitol in Tallahassee last week demanding gun reform. So, you know, they're trying to restrict guns. And what Trump is doing with the whole teacher thing, that's more guns. Like,
it's more guns.
Against everything they're saying.
Yeah, and it's not in his best interest to speak against the NRA anyway, because they give so much support to the Republican
Exactly. Speaking of the NRA,
Party.
Delta Airlines, United Airlines, Wyndham Hotels. I saw a bank. There's I think 12 or 15 different places that cut ties with the NRA recently.
But didn't Georgia tell Delta?
What'd you
Go
say?
ahead. I was about to say, Georgia told Delta, you better stop.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Georgia threatened to strip Delta of their tax break because Delta's headquarters are in Atlanta. So they were giving them a tax break on jet fuel. So I'm sure that's a big ass number that they're saying.
Yeah.
And they threatened to take that away if they didn't back down. But I'm just so tired of people.
But what does the state of Georgia have to do with that? Is my question. Like, why do you care?
They're being bullies.
It's the whole thing about the ties to the NRA. They're getting money. I think the lobbyists and everybody are getting money from the NRA. Something under the table is being done that I'm sure we don't even want to know about. But
it's all under the table. Everything they do.
Joy Ann Reed on Twitter said Trump wouldn't run into Vietnam with a weapon during the war.
That's true. He did.
It is.
He
claimed
a
he had
war
bone spurs and he
dodger.
got disqualified or something out of the military.
So didn't he talk all that shit about McCain? Like when he got captured, saying that he
did, and then it later came out
hero.
Exactly.
John McCain is a mess in itself.
Santa MCHEH on Twitter said,
That
"Really,
sound like meth.
you can hardly walk, let alone run. Stick to the things you can do: vomiting, verbal nonsense all day long, and golf."
Exactly. And that's it.
Yeah, that is a read.
And
yeah,
grabbing people by the pussy.
I just don't want to have to talk about Trump again. I just want him to get off Twitter and shut the fuck up and leave us alone. But just do what you're supposed to do.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't see it happening either. But thank you for the material and giving me somebody to drag every week.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That is all I have. Y'all got anything else? Anything else I'm missing?
I feel like something else did happen, but I don't know. You got something?
Nothing else that I really cared to talk about that I heard about anyway. That doesn't mean there's nothing else.
Well, all right.
All right, so please be sure to add #TAP or #TheArticulatePodcast to your comments around social media this week, and we'll look for those, and whatever we find interesting and relevant, we will quote on the next episode possibly, or an upcoming episode. All right, we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by The Stephen Knight Show. The Stephen Knight Show combines heart, cultural views, fashion, and business news, indie music, along with celebrities from the world of sports and entertainment. The Stephen Knight Show kicked off its 8th season on air January 22nd. Previous guests have included us, the Articulate Podcast, Michael K. Williams, Tito Jackson, Faith Evans, Monique, Pam Long of the R&B group Total, Montel Jordan, Evelyn Braxton, and other celebrities, as well as many independent artists, movie directors, fitness and relationship experts. The Stephen Knight Show airs each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only at thestephennightshow.com.
All right. Welcome back. Let's get into the articulated topic of this week. And it's actually gun control. We were talking about it just a moment ago, but I think some of the buzzwords I've been hearing around gun control are just, can we just get rid of AR-15s or automatic weapons in general? Like, the regular civilian shouldn't be able to purchase it. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, what the fuck do you need with an automatic weapon? Like, what do you can't go hunting with it.
Yeah, people who are not trying to be mass murderers, I literally think they just have it for fun. And for, you know what I mean, just to shoot up random targets. And I'm like, you can live without it.
That's crazy to me. And I think the latest shooting, which was on February, it was on Valentine's Day, actually, which I keep forgetting. But that was the 18th school shooting of this year.
It's only February.
Right. And there's a map of the school shootings that have happened, in 2018. And they're literally scattered across the U.S. So you can't really say it's a geographic thing. They've had a shooting in the Bronx, in Oxon Hill, which is not too far from me, actually. Philly, Winston-Salem, Parkland. That was the latest one. But literally in Arizona, a couple in California, Texas, etc. But I read, like, there is a strong correlation to the states that have stricter gun laws. They have lower incidents like this, right? Because they do have those stricter gun laws. And I actually own a weapon. I own a Taurus 45 caliber
Is that the
handgun.
pink one?
It's not pink.
Was it not pink?
No, it's two-tone, but it's not pink.
A liar.
It's not pink.
It's not the same
No,
thing
you
had
haven't.
when you lived in Atlanta? In Atlanta?
Yeah, but it's not pink. It never was. That's
I made
your
that up.
other friend, stupid.
Fine,
but,
I made it up. But I have seen your gun, and I don't like it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I never had to use it, right? And I actually, like, if you mention it to people, right, to other people, they're like, well, most people get killed with their own weapon. Or if someone breaks in your house, they're probably going to kill you with your own weapon. Like, people, like, have the same attitude you do, that it's a horrible idea to have a weapon. But I think what the Republicans are really trying to push is that people should have the right to bear arms. So, texting. But people should have the ability to purchase weapons. So I just wanted to get into just a couple of the latest news about gun control and what are some of the politics around it. So as you guys know, there was a school shooting that took place 2 weeks ago today in Parkland, Florida. And the killer is actually Nicholas Cruz. He killed 17 students at Stoneman Douglas High. And he had an AR-15, in case you were wondering what kind of gun he had. But last Wednesday, these high school students have been, marching out of school. And they've been in this area, too. They've been going to Capitol Hill because they're like, what is going on? Like, are y'all really just gonna let people come in and kill us? And I don't know if y'all remember being in high school, but I can't imagine going to school and somebody coming in with an automatic weapon. Like, that never crossed my mind.
Returning the next week because they just returned to school yesterday. I can't see it.
I can't see it either. But so last Wednesday, the students, some of them were victims that were actually shot, that of course had been released from the hospital. Some of them were the parents of victims that were killed, and some of them were just, students that were present at the time. But there were more than 7,000 students that came to the forum. It was hosted by CNN, and the moderator, Jake Tapper, y'all know him on CNN. I like him. he was the moderator, and Senator Rubio and Bill Nelson. Rubio, of course, is a Republican. Nelson's a Democrat, but there's also Ted Deutsch, who's also a Democrat. But everything I saw, like all the articles I read, all the memes, they were going in on Rubio. Did y'all see anything about that?
No.
Nothing about them going off on Rubio.
Well, I saw some of the town hall, and they were giving him what he needed. I think so much till like he kind of changed his mind on the changing the age to 21.
Yeah.
To buy a rifle, but yeah, they weren't cutting him any slack, which they shouldn't have
At all.
No, they shouldn't have. And they had an NRA representative too, Dana. I cannot pronounce her last name, Loesch or something. But she was saying that there's a lax, like the states are liable because they have a lax gun database system. So the federal standard is that they should red flag anyone that have been committed, not on their own. But if your ass is crazy, I had to send you to the mental hospital. You shouldn't be able to buy one. Or if you're a fugitive, etc. Just people that definitely shouldn't have guns. But she was saying
that would already be in practice.
Yeah, she was saying there's no enforcement. So if y'all want to do something, the state should be enforced to do that. But if the rules were followed, he never would have been able to get a gun. That was her perspective. So people were going in on her like, that's not it. Like, we just don't need a whole bunch of guns in society. Right? But just a couple of facts. And I remember when I purchased mine, I actually got mine at a gun show in Georgia. And they did a background check. They asked me for my social security number and my picture ID. They did the background check and I was able to purchase it. It probably was like a 15-minute process. I don't know about y'all, but when you get a background check for a job, it takes way more than 15 minutes.
Damn near a week.
Yeah. So they're considering that a loophole. But I don't know. So the Gun Control Act of 1968 says that citizens have to be 18 years or older, like you said. So there is no restriction on people that are 18 years of older or older getting a shotgun and a rifle. If you want to get a handgun, you do have to be 21 and older. So there is that. But these people are buying AR-15s.
Right.
Which is crazy to me, but whatever. So yeah, fugitives, patients that were involuntarily committed, or felons, they can't get a firearm. But you can buy a damn firearm if you want one, if you know where to get one, right? And I think the major issue is there so many people that sell them legally and illegally. It's a matter of the quantity of guns that are on the street, not necessarily how do I go about purchasing them legally. So, whatever. You need a second? Oh, I was just letting you cough it out. But stop looking at me like, ooh, my bad. Awkward. So the Second Amendment, I am a little dazed. I had 3 drinks. They only charged me for 1. That's crazy.
That's a blessing.
I ain't flashed no titty or nothing. But the Second Amendment, it says it's the right of people to keep and bear arms. But a lot of states do require you to have a license, right? A license to carry.
Yeah.
But there's no one that enforces that. I'm not going to air myself out, but Virginia's definitely one of those states.
So only if you get caught with a gun is the problem.
That's when it's a fucking problem. That's when your ass going to jail. Somebody actually recently just got caught with a firearm. One of them rappers. I'm not going to... Oh, G Herbo?
Yeah, that was like a couple days ago, right before his baby shower. I saw that on.
His baby mama's so pretty. But yeah, stupid shit like that. So yeah, you get pulled over and they find it in the car. That's it for your ass. But yeah, anyone that wants to have a federal firearms license, they just have to be 21 or older, and they have to register, obviously, to sell it. And the fee is like $200 to sell the firearms. So the rules against even selling them. Like, even selling a firearm is very lax. Yeah, so anybody can do it. And like I said, you do have to do a background check, and it either comes back as approved, delay, or deny. So if it's delayed, it's because they need to further research something. But yeah, like, who's to say the gun owner, it might just give it to you anyway? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing barring them against it. So yeah, out of all of our 50 states, only about 12 require a permit to purchase a handgun, and only 3 of them require a permit to purchase a rifle or a shotgun.
Deadly ass weapons. It's like they consider a car a deadly weapon, but we got all these fucking. You gotta have the seatbelt and the speed limit and all this, which is fine because I'm not trying to die. But it's like
you put more restrictions on me getting behind a car than purchasing a firearm. Yes, it's crazy.
You put more restrictions on fucking immigrants. Did y'all? Well, I don't want to veer off too far, but y'all saw where they're trying to say, like, because I think DACA is still under consideration, or either it's been decided. It's one or the other, but they were saying that if an immigrant is detained, whether legally or illegally, like whether they got here legally or illegally, they can be held indefinitely without bond.
How does that even make logical sense?
Make that make sense. I mean, I just
sense, babies, my sweet babies.
I mean, I just can't. But yeah, so yeah, the last part, pretty much anybody can go get a gun at a gun show. As long as you're not a felon, you can walk out of that joint with a gun show. You can walk out of the gun show with a gun. Right. But as of right now, I know people are trying to get automatic weapons banned, like the AR-15 or like a Uzi. Sorry, little Uzi Bird.
That's fine.
But these military grade weapons, they gotta go. Like, people shouldn't be able to go into a gun store and purchase a fucking, I don't know that much about guns, but there's absolutely no need. But the gun control debate will continue because there's way too much money in it for the majority party right now, the Republicans. So there's absolutely no interest, and I'm glad these kids definitely have it in them to stand up for themselves, because that shit has got to be scary.
And I'm glad they stood up, because how many more times does it need to happen? How many more school shootings do we need? So I hope that this time we can get something changed. Get the ball rolling.
Yes.
Next time we're gonna send Trump in the building first.
Right, Trump. You said you said that you would go in there, and this is the time. Right. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You said it. I remember. But yeah. So it was very brief on gun control, but you guys should definitely just stay abreast of what's going on, especially if you have a weapon. But yeah. That's the articulated segment. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by The Steven Knight Show. The Steven Knight Show combines heart, cultural views, fashion, and business news, indie music, along with celebrities from the world of sports and entertainment. It airs each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Previous guests have been Michael K. Williams, Tito Jackson, Faith Evans, Silena Johnson, Farnsworth Bentley, and a host of other celebrities and independent artists, movie directors, fitness, and relationship experts. Please check out The Steven Knight Show each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, only at thestevennightshow.com.
All right, we're back with Words of the Week.
Words of the Week.
I know.
Montique, why you ain't sing yet?
You could have sang that part.
Words of the Week.
Come on! Run. So I'm going to
love him.
give a couple words and their definitions, and Savage and I, and now Montique too, will attempt to use those words in a sentence.
I'm glad somebody else.
The challenge will be if you can use it and relate it to something we talked about on this episode. The first word is plangent.
Monique is on a damn plangent.
It's spelled Plangent. It's an adjective and it means having a loud, reverberating sound.
Pronounce. Monty, you're a guest, so I'm going to let you go ahead and go, boo.
So we're taking a shot at plangent.
Plangent, having a loud, reverberating sound. Something that's plangent.
You know what? I'm so tired of hearing Trump's plangent voice all over my TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of somebody's throat that's plangent.
Fergie.
I can't.
Fergalicious. I'm sorry, but Monique and Daddy, they are taking this plangent narrative all over the radio and TV, and I'm over it, honey. That's just me. Plangent. I just feel like it sounds like tangent. I don't know. All right, your turn.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm gonna say it. The sound of Safaree's peen.
Yes, God.
Dropping on a female's mouth is plangent. Oh, God.
I was about to make a sound effect.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's too big. I'd be like, I ain't got time. You gonna make me get smile lines around my mouth or something. Like, I ain't got time to be stretching my shit out like that. Suck you on it. Please.
Refection. Refection. Refectation. Refection is a noun and it means refreshment of mind, spirit, or body, especially nourishment. Refection. I'm gonna have to take it back to the peen.
No.
No?
No. Go ahead.
I feel like Safaree's peen provided refection to
it is a meal.
A lot of y'all on social media.
It is a repast.
Spirit.
Not the repast.
That's a repast. Quite the peen. I might have a little refection, before I go out, after I go out. No, that's way. Hold on.
Tough.
I mean, I can't think about eating dick. That's just me.
Wait, what's
refection? That was your analogy. Somebody eating Safaree's dick.
I'm just waiting for your sentence because I'm winning now.
Monty.
Refection.
Shut up.
You know what? It's been a long time since I've been to the spa, and I really need to get some refection.
Come on!
Yes, I love it.
Delayed much?
I am delayed.
Can't think of anything?
I keep thinking about a repast, and I literally ate all day. I had a refection. I had a couple of refection periods. Nah, I don't know. I can't really do that one. I'm sorry.
You're not as good as us, but that's fine. We knew it already.
Bitch, please. Refect these. How about that?
I need y'all to get some reflection by visiting thearticulatepodcast.com.
Yes. Come on, wit.
Yeah, and be sure to listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And hashtag us around social media. Hashtag tap and or hashtag the Articulate Podcast.
Yes, and check us out on social media. So Facebook, go like us. On Twitter, we are The Articulate PC. And on Instagram, we're thearticulatepodcast.com. But check out our website, thearticulatepodcast.com. Wait, I feel like I said that twice. Anyway.
Listen, Atlanta comes back tonight. The premiere is March
and I'm
1st.
Talking to y'all.
Right. It premieres Thursday, March 1st. Tonight for y'all.
I love Atlanta. If you guys haven't seen it, that shit is Atlanta. Is it? I haven't
Just
seen
the music that they selected for the previews lets me know somebody is involved that knows what the fuck they're doing. And I think it's Donald Glover.
Oh, yeah. But he said he was going to retire from music.
Well, I thought he was just retiring the name Childish Gambino. Is it from music altogether?
I don't know, but I love that. Daylight. Come on. Give us the word, Montique.
He's saying.
Montique,
also, y'all need to go see A Wrinkle in Time this weekend. Support that like y'all support Black Panther. Ava DuVernay is the director. Support Black businesses. No.
Yeah, they just had the red carpet for that, too. A lot of people showed up, so.
Yeah, Oprah was giving y'all everything y'all needed.
Wait a minute. Oprah got plenty of money.
Plenty, and was not bothered by Monique at all.
Ava got plenty of money too. Oprah was like, listen, what I'm not gonna do, what I won't do, I have way too much money. I have in-house dick. I don't have time to stoop down to Monique's level. Her poor level. I ain't complaining about $500,000. I deposited a check for $500,000 an hour ago. Please.
Her poor millionaire level. Please.
Right. Holler at me when you want. I only talk. She should have been like, I only respond to billionaires. So,
fellow billionaires.
So, Monique,
right,
no.
That's all we got. I'm out. Montique, thanks for joining us. Oh, I forgot to say, Montique, please let us know how we can find you on social media.
Yes. Cool, and you got a whole album.
Once again, thank you guys for having me on. I had a lot of fun. But you can find me on Instagram, Burning Bridges, BRNIN Bridges. Follow me.
Can we just mention, you kind of hit on it, Savage, but Montique's throat is everything.
It sits down.
He gave y'all a little bit of a word, but go to his page and follow him.
Check me out.
Yeah, check out his music. All right, y'all. We out.
We out. Have a good week. See y'all next week.